Hello, this is Luke Hogan. I'm coaching one of the 14U hockey teams, and I just wanted to give the parents an idea what it would what a hockey season would look like on my hockey team, so you can make a decision on whether or not you want to go that route if you're selected. So we're gonna have 9 or 10 forwards and 6 defensemen. I'm pretty sure, so 16 or 15 guys. Um, we are going to, okay, so I'm just going to go through a couple bullet points to kind of hopefully summarize what the season will look like. We're going to prioritize character. So in my mind, the best possible outcome of this season is for these players to learn life skills that will help them with their transition to adulthood. The main goal of the coaching staff is to help kids grow as men and women and as hockey players. So I know that sounds kind of corny, but that's kind of something we believe in. With character, we will focus on 3 things: respect, effort, and ownership. For example, like respect, be attentive when the coaches are talking, treat your teammates with dignity. Accountability is acceptable, but don't cross the line. So I expect kids to hold their teammates accountable, but do it in a respectful manner. Effort. Everybody has to skate hard. Everyone has to compete. So yeah, we're gonna expect kids to compete. Ownership. Focus on what you can control. Channel kind of your self-awareness into self-improvement. So if something bad happens, think about in some circumstances what you can do better to improve your situation. So virtues that I hope are repeated to us by refs, opposing coaches, opposing players, and opposing parents. So basically, when you see our team play, we want to hear 3 things as the feedback: skate hard, selfless, and they play with structure. So in past years, the coaches or whatever, people would tell us that. That's the goal. We want people outside of our organization to repeat our virtues to us without knowing them. So skating hard, being competitive, selfless. I don't want hero hockey. The expectation is to play for something bigger than yourself. This isn't a showcase. It's a team. Play with structure. So I guess I'm pretty big on structure. I have specific ways to handle specific scenarios in different parts of the ice. So, and those will be communicated to the kids with videos and walkthroughs and all that stuff. Okay, so those are the virtues. 3 words I rarely use as a coach are fun, happy, and win. Everyone has a different definition of fun and happy. It's kind of impossible for me to make that happen for everyone. So if your idea of fun is trying to skate through 4 guys, or your idea of fun is staying up till 2 in the morning before at a hotel and we have a game at 9 in the morning, that I understand why that would be fun, but that's not fun for everyone, because that just makes our team a worse product, and you might be getting something out of it, but the team isn't. So, and the win part, I don't everyone likes to win, of course. And, in the past we've won some hockey games, but we could win a game by 5 goals and play selfish hockey, play dumb penalties, and be disrespectful to the refs. And I don't think anyone's really growing in that scenario. Maybe we just win by talent, but we don't really grow as a team or anything like that. And then we could lose the game by 5 goals, but everyone skates as hard as they could. They bought into something bigger than themselves, and they grew as individuals and they grew as a hockey player. So that's why I don't really use the word win all that much. I have things that I need the team to, or I specified things we need to improve in, and if we're improving, then I guess that's kind of my definition of a win. Again, that sounds corny, but sometimes you have to have a rough November, December to have a good January, February. Like, you have to instill a system, maybe like a culture, and it'll look horrible for a couple months, and then hopefully it'll bloom by January, February. All right, so it's a different so this is a new coaching philosophy for me. This is different than previous years. After last year was my least effective season as a head coach, and I take full responsibility for that. This year I'm taking a bigger roster, and I'm going to have to leverage playing time to encourage constant competition within the team. So I was listening to a couple of Pete Carroll interviews of his former players and stuff like that, and this is something that he did. Everyone has a chance to rise and fall all season. If you skate hard in practice and learn the concepts in film reviews, it will affect your playing time. If you take dumb penalties, refuse to help pick up pucks, bring a cell phone into the locker room, it will affect your playing time. So there are ways to increase your playing time and ways to decrease your playing time. The best players might not be on the first power play. If you like, for example, we have to score greasy goals this year. In 14U, it's hard to beat a goalie clean. You have to get rebounds. In order to get rebounds, you have to hit the net. So I might say, hey, today if you miss the net, you got to do 3 push-ups. It's not that hard, 3 push-ups. And, if a kid lies about it and he doesn't do the push-ups, you just little things like that. Like, you practice, the competition within practice and within games will, it could help you or hurt you. So if you're not forechecking, we have 3 lines of forwards. I'm going to move a defenseman up, and you're going to take a couple shifts off until you get your legs under and you decide to forecheck and back check. So that's kind of why I'm taking a bigger roster than I usually do. So getting into the X's and O's of hockey a little bit. I will send videos out this summer. I kind of do the same format every summer. So it'll start with the D zone without the puck, D zone with the puck, which is like another word for breakout. So likewise for the neutral zone and the offensive zone. We're going to go over zone entries. I'm going to get a little, for guys, again, this is different. Special teams are huge in 14U. There were so many penalties for and against us. I'm going to have to focus more on power plays and penalty kills. Right from the hop, we're going to have a power play 1, power play 2, PK1, PK2, and again, that's just an opportunity to rise and to fall and to be a part of that. We're going to do face-offs. I used to give kids dry erase boards and let them make up their own face-offs, but usually what's happened is the people with maybe like the most social capital demand the puck, and then they just win it to that guy every time. So probably not doing that. I'm just going to tell you what your face-off is. All right, so you got to watch all these videos as often as possible. Start doing walkthroughs at the beginning of the season. Just a little side note, kind of weird, but it makes sense to me. We're not going to hit much this season. The penalties were way too abundant last year, and I couldn't get a good idea of what was a legal hit and what wasn't. So I'm going to steal a page from the Nashville Flyers. They barely got any penalties last year. They just played the puck. Stick on puck the whole season. They didn't finish a lot of checks. That sounds really weird to me. That's not how I played hockey growing up, but we're going to start that way. And no big open ice hits. I saw some beautiful open ice hits last year for my team. A shoulder right into the dude's chest, 2 and 10. So some refs call it, some refs don't. I don't know. So 2 quotes. I'm going to leave you with 2 quotes that will kind of these are ones that I think apply the most to sports the way I coach them. The first one's Proverbs 27, 17 through 20. So as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another, which is another way to say, let's bring out the best in each other this year. Like, I want, even if you're the best player on the team and you think the team's dragging you down because they just can't keep up with the IQ, with the speed, take it upon yourself to raise the compete level on our team, to raise the standard on our team. Okay. And I'm sure there's many more examples that go with that quote, but that's kind of what we're going after. Make everyone around you better. Okay. The other one is Romans 5, 1 through 5. We rejoice in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. So that's another way of saying anything worth doing is going to be difficult. Players need to embrace challenges. If you play for me, you have to embrace challenges, whether it's to work harder in practice, forecheck harder, back check harder, or focus on improving maturity. Okay, like it will be an expectation to have some character traits. Like if you are emotional and it causes you to take dumb penalties, that's something where you're at right now, but that's something that is expected to be worked on. Or, if you just have to, that's just one example. You just have to embrace challenges. Everyone is expected to want to get better. So that's kind of my expectation. But I need to create an environment or whatever, a culture where it's up to the coaching staff to create that culture. I cannot, it's on me to not scream at your kid and to effectively communicate what's expected and to give him the tools to get there. So I'm aware of that. I don't expect, all the work to be done on the kids' end. There are expectations of me and the coaching staff. So that's it. So the reason I'm putting this video out, please let me know if this doesn't sound like a good fit for your kid. And I mean it when I say this. There's no judgment on that decision. I have at least one kid that would not make it through a season with me as a coach, and there's nothing wrong with that kid. Me and my wife love that kid, but this wouldn't be a great fit for her. So So anyways, please watch this video. Or I'll say it in the email, but watch this video. And if you don't want to play for me, please send me a text or respond to the email and ask to not be considered for the team. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.